evening. Welcome to the regularly scheduled meeting of the Jefferson County Board of Education on Monday, September 9th. And Ms. Tyler, I understand we have some friends to help us with the pledge this evening.
Yes, we have the Gibson family. We have Rachel, David, and Allison, 5th grade, 3rd grade, and 1st grade to help us lead the pledge tonight. Shall we stand there or this is fine?
Stand right here in the middle, it's fine. Whenever you're ready.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much. And you're more than welcome to stay, or you may make your exit.
Oh, look at those wise children.
It's a school night. All right. And then this evening, I believe we have one recognition, and that's the proclamation by the governor. And if you'll bear with me, I'll go ahead and read this as quickly as I possibly can. It's a proclamation by Governor Jim Justice. Whereas the school service personnel are involved in nearly every aspect of education by maintaining buildings and grounds, preparing and serving meals, keeping school facilities clean and orderly, and assisting in the classroom, as well as providing administrative support functions, safe transportation, and many other specialized services. And whereas school service personnel are instrumental in West Virginia's responsibility to educate all students, and whereas these dedicated individuals serve the children of West Virginia in our public education system and have an important role of non-instructional service to the education system, and whereas it is fitting we recognize the outstanding work of these individuals do for the state, their communities, and the students enrolled in West Virginia schools. Now therefore be it resolved that I, Jim Justice, Governor of the great state of West Virginia, do hereby proclaim September 20th, 2019 as West Virginia School Service Personnel Day in the Mountain State, and encourage all citizens to join me in this observance. It witness whereof I hereunto set my hand and cause of the great seal of the state of West Virginia be affixed to, done at the capital city of Charleston, state of West Virginia, this 13th day of August, in the year of our Lord 2019, and in the 157th year of the state. And it's signed by Jim Justice. And I believe we have Miss Terry Young here to accept this for us.
It's Terry O'Dell now.
Oh,
I got married. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
I make the same mistake about twice a week. That's how I know.
Well, Miss Terry O'Dell. Well, congratulations on all accounts then. And go ahead and like to present this to you on behalf of the governor.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I too want to thank you and everyone here. And if you get a chance, you see service personnel, let them know you're thinking of them, because sometimes the hardest working people don't get recognized as well. But we love our jobs because we love our kids. And although many of us are older and don't have kids in the system, we have grandkids coming through, and then you know how that circle goes. But we are working hard with teachers and principals, and I can say this, I mean, you know, as you all could say, I'm sure you run across some kids that you now adults, and they say, hey, I know you, and you're like, oh, you can't remember their name maybe? But they remember you because you did something to them in their lives throughout the school system. You did something that they will never forget. And I thank that for all my service personnel, because they do touch so many lives. And they are our future. So we need to work hard together. Thank you.
Thank you. We appreciate you being here this evening to accept that on all service personnel's behalf, because you're right, they are extremely important. I mean, the day starts with bus drivers.
Yes.
I mean, if we didn't have bus drivers, we couldn't get the kids to school, and the teachers couldn't teach, and you know, cafeteria workers to feed them, and I mean, the list just goes on and on. They're an essential part of our system. So
They are, and I can tell you this, I mean, in the state of West Virginia, you don't think service personnel, are coming here for the money. You know, the battle in that thing, the elephant in the room, but they come here because they like their job. They like to help somebody, and those kids are always have big ears, hear everything we say, and watch everything we do. And we need to remember that, you know, but I do. I'm going to my 29th year. I must love it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Odell.
Yes.
Mrs. Odell.
Yes.
I'll get it right one of these times.
So will I. You wouldn't believe how many times I've stuck my foot in my mouth.
Well, good to know I'm in good company then.
That's right, that's right.
All right. Madam Superintendent, do you have any comments this evening?
Actually, I do. One of the things that Miss Odell talked about was that students are always watching what you're doing, and I had the opportunity to go to the first new cohort of our service personnel who are working on their associate's degree, taking classes in the evening after work and continuing their education. So there were 13 individuals in there, a lot of whom had put their own kids through college first, and now they're going back. It's amazing, like the sacrifices that they made and the time they've spent, and now they're going back and doing those things for themselves, and it really, it speaks volumes, exactly, about them setting an example for the community, for the kids, and yeah, they just could not be more proud of them. So.
Excellent. All right. Approval of minutes. Is there a motion to approve the minutes from the regular meeting held August 26, 2019? Second?
Second.
Any discussion or change? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. Citizens' comments. We have one this evening. Nicola Bastian.
I'm going to make you all really happy because I'm going to withdraw my comment and thank you all for your good work.
All right.
I did not put my name on the list. I'm not familiar with the process for the board's meetings. Something happened earlier today. I just wanted to try to get this before the board's attention as quickly as possible because it involves a request for educational leave for my children. We submitted it before 48 hours, but
What?
it's more than 10 days.
What I would suggest is that's, we have to follow a procedure, which is you have to be here prior to 10 minutes to the meeting to sign up. However, I'm sure Mr. Dilly would be more than happy to help you out at some point, either this evening or tomorrow morning, if that would be possible.
That'd be great because we're scheduled to leave on Thursday.
All right. Consent agenda. Is there a motion for the consent agenda?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All right. Any changes or
Yeah, I didn't
adjustments?
get a chance to tell you, at the end of the day, or near the end of the day, there are 3 drivers that are deleted from the approved drivers list. All the paperwork had not been submitted, so they're deleted and they're redlined on the agenda. And then there are a couple of red lines in the human resources.
Here with me just a moment while I pull those up. While this is working on the drivers, I see number 9, we have Miss Hazlett for the Washington High School Band Director, starting September 10th. And we're deleting number 37.
Yes.
Were
it
there
was a
others?
duplicate. No, when I said red line, I meant, well, there's a red name addition, number 9. But
Okay.
the deletion is a duplicate. From the item before for 36, it's the same as 36.
So those are the only changes.
Mm-hmm.
On
And then
that.
the drivers.
And then the drivers, we take off Baker, Pratt, and Rennick.
Yes.
And you're sure we leave Sudeth on there?
Yes.
Just kidding. I'm glad he got all his paperwork in.
Drivers are in your computer.
You better know the
Drivers are
process.
in here.
I would also, like, when it's not a change, but
This
one
one's
of the
just
things
the
that
job.
you'll see on there is Miss Fergie Moore, who was the secretary at North Jefferson, is moving to a part-time position with some substituting because she was the very first person to finish the program for her associate's degree, and now she's going back and getting her bachelor's, and she needs the time in her schedule to do that. So once again, now Miss Odell's not here, but once again, somebody working hard, getting a leg up, pursuing their education. I certainly hope that she comes back and works for us again. So she's fabulous.
Excellent. All right. So, we have a motion and we have a second on the consent agenda. Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Opposed? All right. And then we go down to unfinished business. Action on approval of policy manual chapter 6, section 2.8.1, personal leave revisions.
Good evening. Chapter 6, Section 2.8.1 of the Policy Manual on Personal Leave was placed on public comment for 2 weeks. Only one comment was submitted for our review, which I placed in front of you this evening, and just wanted to take this moment and opportunity to see if you had any questions regarding the comment that I could address this evening.
And this was the only comment you received.
Yes.
Did you respond to her that it was a change legislatively?
No, we didn't respond to it. Wanted to see what the process was.
All right. Is there a motion to approve policy manual chapter 6, section 2.8.1, personal leave revisions?
So moved.
Second? Any other questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. All right, new business. 12A, discussion and possible action on revised regular board meeting dates for the 2019-20 school year. And I assume this is so that we don't have to meet during Thanksgiving week and Christmas week, and Veterans Day, and OS Day, and Memorial Day. There was a lot this year.
Just the way it felt.
Right. So, right now we have a proposal for 3 of them. November 11th, which is Veterans Day, to move to November 12th. April 13th, which is an OS Day, move to April 14th. I guess that's the Monday after Easter.
Yes.
And then May 25th, Memorial Day, move to May 26th. And then there are 2 that we don't have a proposed date for, November 25th and December 23rd.
For November 25th, I'd like for us to consider December 2nd.
What was that, Mark? I didn't understand.
Instead of November 25th, I'd like for us to consider December 2nd.
So we would meet November 11th, and then we would go 2 weeks, and we would meet December 2nd, and then we would meet December 9th. And then I don't think we need to necessarily meet 3 weeks in a row. right
I
before
think
Christmas.
I think we could leave that one open, and if we would need to meet, we could post a meeting at an appropriate time if we find out we have agenda items for that.
Okay, so as of right now, we would just cancel the December 23rd meeting, move the November 25th to December 2nd. And if
Cancel
we-
that one, okay.
If we need a meeting in between, we could just post one and schedule it. Does that work?
Yes, ma'am,
Mhm.
absolutely.
All right, so do we have a motion to change the meeting dates from November 11th to November 12th, November 25th to December 2nd, cancel December 23rd, move April 13th to April 14th, and May 25th to May 26th? Is there a motion?
You want me to go on before April 14th? What'd you say for that?
We'll cancel.
Cancel the 23rd?
Cancel that altogether?
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
And if we need to have one at that point, we can always post one and schedule it.
So move.
Is there a second?
Second.
Can I just bring one more thing into the discussion?
Absolutely.
Sure.
Would it make more sense to meet December 2nd and December 16th? So move December 9th meeting, so there's still 2 meetings in December, we have a break in between, or meet 2 weeks in a row.
Because it will be January the 6th before the next meeting.
I
So
think that's
you
a
would
good
go from
idea. December
December 9th to January the 13th, I mean. That is a long time.
Yeah, the 2nd and the 16th.
So it's still,
Okay, so then we'll add moving December 9th meeting to December 16th meeting. So we'll end up meeting November 12th, December 2nd, December 16th, April 14th, and May 26th.
correct. So can I
Is there a
amend the
motion to amend?
So moved.
Absolutely.
All right,
Um,
is there a second on the
Second.
amended?
Somebody amend the motion, I'm sorry. I'm
Laurie
Second.
amended it, and I seconded it.
All in favor of those dates?
The first time, but she
Mark.
amended the emotion.
Mark second,
Lori
I'm
and
sorry.
Mark. It's
No,
okay.
you're fine.
Favor.
Okay.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, thank you. All right, 12B, action on approval of schools to serve as dispensing sites.
What this is, for just a reminder, this is the annual approval of the MOUs in case of a calamity or major event, man-made or natural, for our schools to be engaged by public agencies to support the community. And so this is just your approval this evening for that annual memorandum of understanding.
Is there a motion to approve the schools to serve as dispensing sites?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, thank you. All right, executive session. We do have some legal issues that we need to discuss in executive session. There will be no action taken. But do I have a motion to go into executive session?
First, I have an announcement.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry. I'm
That's
sorry.
okay.
Yeah. Before everyone leaves, I want to say that it has been a pleasure to serve on this board, and this will be my last meeting. I have been asked to serve as a county magistrate, and as you know, I can't serve as a county magistrate and on the board, so I have decided to accept that appointment, and I've turned in my resignation, and so today's my last meeting. So thank you for serving with me, learning about the whole political process, and all the people engagement has been a learning experience. So I appreciate it. So thank you.
Congratulations.
Yes.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
You serving as a magistrate here in Jefferson County then,
Yes, ma'am.
obviously?
Yes, ma'am. And I don't want to see none of y'all in front of me.
Note to self, let me make sure that
I hope not to see you.
my drive home needs to be.
Well,
Well, I
Oh,
think that's
well-
cool as far as the kids go as well. I think that's, you know, you understand both sides of that. I think that'll help, you know, as well in that regard, but, and congratulations,
Yeah,
that's,
Thank you.
congratulations.
that
Thank
is
you.
exciting. Wow.
I wrestled with it because I realized I can't do both, which I don't know why I can't do both because, I mean, these are twice a month and, you know, that's during the day, but they're both political appointments, so. So I have to make a decision, so I've made my decision, so.
Well, you're not the first to make that decision. I mean, Sheriff Doherty, he had to make the same sacrifice, so you're in good company.
Thank you, thank you.
So, all right. So is there a motion to go into executive session?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Executive session. Thank you.